Hey guys, welcome back to the Thisissoul Skate Shop YouTube channel. Today we're going to do another episode in the Behind the Brand series, and this time the FR Skates brand is up next. If you want to dive into depth behind the FR Skate brand, then continue watching this video. We are here in Amsterdam in our store. If you want to try on some FR skates, that's obviously possible. Just come by during opening hours and put them on your feet to see how they fit. Of course, we also have a web shop, thisissoul.com, where you can buy them. If you want to learn more behind the brand FR skates, then I'm going to tell you everything about it right here. I did an interview with the owner, Sebastien Laffargue, and he will reveal a lot about what kind of stages the brand went through and how he got to being the owner of this brand. This interview was during the ISPO 2020, so it's already 2 years old right now, but history never changes, so that doesn't matter because those facts are still facts. And in the interview he is also talking about new product developments, and those are products that we finally can talk about that I of course knew about already back then, and that's the brand new UFR skate that they brought on the market. FR Skates is a brand that traditionally is known for their slalom skates. Sebastian himself is a slalom skater, but they did a really good job in branching out into different fields. For example, they also have a downhill frame, and now they have an aggressive skate and just general freestyle and freeride recreational skates are also under that brand. And actually FR Skates is one of the most popular brand at our skate shop, Thisissoul Skate Shop. Right now it's one of the brands that we sell the most. They have of course what I said, the UFR skates, that they are just brand new. They just arrived in the store, but they also have a couple of other models. So here is the FR model, and it's a little bit complicated, but because they're called the FR Skates brand, but they also have a model which is called the FR model, and within that FR model there's a few different editions. There's the FRX and the FR1, 2, and 3. Between the FR 1, 2, and 3, there's like minor quality differences. The lower the number, the higher the quality. So the FR1 is the highest performing model, and the differences is more so in the wheels and in the little parts like buckles and stuff like that. But between the FR1, 2, and 3 and the FRX is like a big difference, and that's something you should know about, because maybe I can persuade you to take either the one or the other. The FRX is about 160 euros, and it does not have a metal plate in the bottom. That means the frame is a little bit loose, or yeah, it just has a little bit playroom. And the FR1, 2, and 3 have a metal plate in the bottom. That means the frame is a lot better mounted to the boot. Then they have the SL Freestyle and the SL Spin, which are carbon-based models. So if you really want to have a high-performance skate, they also offer that. I'm gonna run through all the different eras that Sebastian had in his life and also in his life as an entrepreneur. And I'm gonna see if I can ask questions in 3 different angles. First, the product angle. Second, the marketing angle, and that's also the team and like the brand image and everything that's related to that. And third is the corporate angle. So it's like, where are you located and how many personnel are there within the company and stuff like that, and who are the partners and stuff like that. So there's 3 angles from my point of view in this interview with him, and I look through these 3 lenses through his timeline, from being first a good skater, then a sponsored rider, then starting to get contacts with brands and creating his own brand, then setting up his distribution channel, and finally creating the FR brand. So then this is it, the total history of FR Skates. Continue checking out the interview with him to learn more. Oh, there's one last thing you should know. The audio is now super good because we have these cool mics, but back then I didn't. And we shoot this at the ISPO, and at some point I think there's like a DJ playing because there's like a loud bass in the background that I didn't notice when we were filming it. We tried really hard to cancel it out, but if you have some audio troubles, I'm sorry about it. I hope you can still hear it and enjoy the information and learn a lot about it. Hey, little high five.
Hi,
How you doing, Sebastian?
fine.
Thank you for doing this, and you are the owner of the FR brand.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. And is it just you, or is there like, are you the sole owner, or do you have a partner?
Yeah, I have my partner. I have partners, and
Yeah.
my main partner is Greg. So we are working together like about already 15 years.
Okay.
Something like this. So
Wow.
it has been a long time already.
And what is your role within the company? What's Greg's role within the company?
So my role in the company is mainly product development and some design and managing all the productions and so on.
Awesome.
And Greg's side is mostly on the commercial side, also helping on product developments and mainly the sales and communication with the clients' shops.
And the marketing?
And some marketing as well, yeah, some events. We are all doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that the main specificity from my side is the product development and also IDs and so on. And he's more on the commercial.
Cool.
Commercial more than me, let's say.
And can you tell me how you got into skating? Where did you grow up, and where did you see skating for the first time, and when did you try skating for the first time?
So I was living in Paris, and actually I had a neighbor that I have an older brother. That so she was friends with my older brother, and we were like neighbors. We know each other. We were living in a big building, and then she was skating. I was like 6 years old, and so she proposed my brother to skate, and also me, and so I just started to skate thanks to her, and then we just were using the quad skates, but metallic quad skates.
What?
So we start with this. Yeah, there was no inline skates at the moment.
What year was this?
It was like in the 80s. Yeah,
cool.
like 84, 85, something like this.
And how did you switch to inline skates? How did that? What year was that? And where did you first see those? And how did you?
So a few years later, I stopped a bit. I was always skating with my grandparents. I got some skates for Christmas or so on. And then a few years later, I took back when I was like around, let's say, around 13 years old or 12, maybe. I went to just before high school. Not even just the school. I decided to build again my old skates, quad skates. So I put the shoes on it, and we mount sneakers on the quad skates. And then I was just going to school with my skates, and then but it was very old-fashioned skates, frames not working well. And then I was skating around with friends, and when it was after school or just to go from home to school. And then I heard about inline skates, but I was just a kid, so I was not really so much interested. I didn't know what it is. It was there are some inline skates. It's existing something. So like back in '93, and so I got my exam just before high school. To go to high school, you pass an exam, and then when I got my exam, my mother said, "Oh, I can buy you new skates." I said, "Wow!" as a present. Wow. And so we came to the shop. I was planning to buy quad skates because I didn't know anything. Then I found in the shop the inline skates, and then it was back in the '93. It was new, and so I tried the quad skates. Was really basic ones, and then I tried the inline skates. I thought, wow, it's so fast. And so I decided to, okay, it was more expensive, so I told my mother, oh, I want this one, and so finally she bought me the more expensive inline skates. So that's how it started.
That's great. Thank you, mother.
Yeah.
We owe you so much. And then you started skating for yourself, and I guess you became better and better. And you started doing competitions, I think.
Yeah, actually first I started to okay, my mom was not happy. This area you can go to skate outside, but you have no right to leave the area of the home. But of course, when you're a kid, nobody's there, you go. And so we were with my friend traveling around our neighborhood, and I found first a ramp, mini ramp.
Oh.
And so there was a skate park not too far, so we found it with my friend, and we okay, let's try this. But then it was a kind of club. We had to pay to register for the club and so on. So I tried to start to learn about how to do it was mini ramp and half pipe. So I tried a bit, but then they were saying, yeah, you have to pay now to enter the club to continue. And so I couldn't afford to pay the whole year, so I just stopped. And then I found slalom skaters doing stuff in Notre Dame place in Paris. And then I thought, wow, that's cool. So I started to do slalom step by step. And then with my inline skate, I was one of the first to do it with inline skates. And then I found that it was going quite good.
Yeah.
And so I was starting something, and then suddenly there was one guy skating with us. We were skating every day, all the time. They say, oh, there was a competition in Lausanne, or in Zurich and Lausanne in Switzerland. It was back in '95. Wow. And they say, oh, you should try. You have a good level. You should try the competition. I say, oh, okay, why not? And then I went to first competition. I went to Zurich in Switzerland, '96. And then I thought it was speed slalom because I was going fast on my skates. And then I saw that, wow, I did, of course, the first competition, you don't know what to do. You're like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So I still did a very good, I qualified for the finals straight away. Yeah. And then I lost I didn't go on the podium. I lost the next round and so on. But I was, wow, I can do something.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I won my first competition in Italy in '97.
Oh, you went all the way to Italy, and your mom thought it was okay?
No, because actually I had some. I was traveling alone. I had my. I could start around 18 years old. I I turned 18 in '97. And '96 I could go. I still have. I was young, but your parents sometimes let you go a little bit more. Yeah. And then I had some good deals with train tickets, so I went by train and with some other people coming, and then suddenly I won the competition. Wow. And so from this, I went to many events, and in Lausanne, the famous Lausanne contest, and I won this competition in '97 for my first try. And then so I start to continue competition with more and more, and then I started downhill skating because in Lausanne is a really big city for downhill, and so I saw that and I want to try. So I tried. And then I did some competition in downhill as well. I was really liking to try many disciplines.
Yeah. What kind of skates were you using? What were your first inline skates, and what models did you use up until that point that you got sponsored?
So the first inline skates I got was the Lightning. Remember them, like green and black, and the purple wheels. Yeah. Very small. I think it was like 70 millimeter or 72 maybe.
Yeah.
And then I bought some nice wheels to upgrade the wheels, and from this I got some nice hyper wheels, 72 at that time. Yeah. It was wow, so fast and so nice, and so And then I got some first skates with aluminum frames. It was Sydney. Yeah, it was the same kind, but the name was Sydney skates with the blue skates. They were coming from Canada. My father bought me from Canada.
Oh.
And it was in the US, Canada, and so I got this skate with the aluminum frame, and then it started to be very stiff, and so good for the freestyle skating and for just skating all around. So I was playing hockey, I was playing freestyle, speed slalom.
Yeah.
It's nice that back then you kind of like had one skate that was not really good for everything, but it was used for everything.
Yeah.
It was kind of charming.
Yeah, I was using the Lightning because at the same time the street skating, aggressive skating also came out.
Yeah.
So when I went to Lausanne, this event, you saw all the disciplines. So I was okay. I was doing half pipe before, so I always continued to do half pipe. After that, I went to in Paris. There was some place you can go at night or in the evening. So I was always practicing half pipe. There was a skate park, this skate park. You could practice. So I was doing half pipe downhill. I was going to Lausanne many times. I got some friends there, so I was skating there with them in the late 90s and the 2000s. And so I was practicing all this, going to the Laffargue skate park to train for half pipe and so on. And so I really like to try everything. Awesome. I was like, oh, I want this, I want to do this. And I my first, I tried also aggressive skating with the Lightning. So there is the sole plate, no sole plate, no things. You were just, the French like destroying very fast on the curve. It was in Bercy, Bercy. It was the first times of Bercy spot that it was next to my home.
Oh.
So I was just going there in 5 minutes and then practice. But then I bought the argon oxygen to try this. But aggressive skating is really. I did not like to fall and to. Then when my friends could jump on the handrail and start it, I was just on the curb and the handrail. I could never
get yourself to do it.
Yeah, do it like I jump it and I do it, and so it was my limit on this. So then I saw that aggressive skating is not really for me. I keep doing half pipe because it's more secure, maybe more the wood and so on better. But then I mostly really practice a lot on slalom skating. So slalom skating was really my main discipline. I learned my own tricks because at this time there were quad skating and inline skating in Switzerland, in Italy, but in France it was mainly quads. So my friends were doing tricks, so I did the same on inlines, and then I saw some tricks from Swiss guys or Italian guys, and then I tried some new tricks, and I mixed all these to make my own tricks. And then that's how I won the competition, because I was bringing my own tricks to always new tricks. I was doing my own new tricks all the time, so people were, it's new, and so the judges at this time was impressed by something new and unique style and the mix between French school and all these different influences from everywhere, and then I mixed together to make my own tricks.
That's super cool, and it still works today if you want to win a competition to do.
Yeah, of course you need your own style, your own stuff, and so on. And then of course I won competitions, so I got sponsored by brands, because at this time it was inline skates started to be huge, so there was a lot of brands.
What year did you get sponsored, and what brand was it, and how did you get in contact with those guys?
Actually, they came to me first. Because I was going to events, so I was starting to win the competitions. Then some people ask, you want to try my skates and to do it and so on. And so I had some few proposals from different brands. And the first that really was interesting for me, it was Technica, because they were bringing a new skate for let's say free skate. It was the kind of the first free skate. It was the Technica Twister skates. And then I got the chance to really have the very first prototype and the really first frame prototype for this. And so it was, and I also, because I was seeing that we were using short frame and so on, and at this time it was really long. Technica has only big frames, 80mm for time, but like I don't know, the size was huge.
Yeah.
And so I just told them, well, it's impossible to skate with that with what I do, so I cannot use it. So you have to, okay, to sponsor me, but you have to bring me something I can use.
Yeah.
And so at this time it was they proposed me the frame, also short with that's what we need. And so I test the new prototype, so I had to do, okay, that's good, and to give some. I was very young, so I was still just saying, we should do this and that, but it was working, and the boots was nice too, and light. So at the end, I could really use it for what I was doing, and so I could improve also my skating and my tricks and everything.
It might have been the best skate on the market back then, the Nordica Twister or Technica
Twister. Yeah, it was very good. Skate at the moment. Yeah. It was like, but there was no cuff.
No, there was no cuff.
It was just a liner inside. They put some kind of patent on.
Was it the orange one?
It was orange color, because Technica was orange color, so it was an orange skate. And then there were also at the moment there was Salomon, Rossignol, Technica, all fighting for downhill skating market. So I had the chance to have downhill frames. At that time it was very long, 4 times 80 millimeter, and then step by step the frames changed to 90 and not to 80, 84 and go up. But first it was 80 millimeters, and then 5 wheels. Then step by step the technology of skating increased.
So how did you merge from? How did you transition from the Nordica to creating something for your own?
Actually, after a few years, the tricks were going to be harder, and the technique, because we increased. I needed skates. The skates were going to be too soft, and there was something not working well, and I wanted to improve the skates to be able to reach a better level, just because I needed something better for my skating, because I feel limited by the skates, not by the possibilities, just by the skates. So I was keep talking to them, okay, we should do that, but they were saying, but you know, the market is too small, the sales are not enough, so we cannot develop anything new. And I was seeing that step by step there was a kind of crisis, beginning of 2000s. It was a kind of big crisis for inline skate market. And then nobody wanted to invest, and the prices went down, were going down, and the prices were going up with the quality going down.
Yeah.
And then it was a kind of crisis in the US that the skates more than $100 were difficult to start to sell, more than $100 or $200 or something. So they reduced the quality, and so couldn't increase the quality. And so at the end, many brands stopped. Salomon stopped business. Rossignol stopped.
Who?
Rossignol?
Roaches?
No, Rossignol. R French brand, ski brand. Rossignol.
Okay.
It's a very big ski brand that were very strong in inline skate at the moment, especially in downhill. Okay. They're still their boot is still used by some downhill skaters. And they invest a lot in skating. There was Salomon. Salomon is a very competitor of Rossignol. They are both really. So Technica, also all those ski brands started to sell Oxygen, and many brands just stopped. Yeah. And then Rollerblade even was sold before by. It has been bought by other big groups, and then. In beginning of 2000, Technica bought Rollerblade, and they decided to merge Rollerblade and Technica together. And so two brands Technica would disappear, and they would just keep Rollerblade brand. So at this moment, I had many different proposals from different brands to be sponsored, but nobody was proposing something new. And so I was just saying, okay, what should I do? Should I continue the skates? Which brand should I choose? Because they all have some things, but nobody is proposing anything that is needed for my sport. Yeah. And so I had this opportunity. I met some different people, and I had this opportunity. Some people asked me, okay, do you want to be sponsored And I said, oh, yes, but if you sponsor, if we do something, we have to do a new skate, and we have to do something from zero. I don't want to skate with this copy of this or copy of that, or with a skate that is not good enough. I want to have a very good skate that will suit what I need for my skating, and to not be limited anymore.
Makes sense.
And so finally, I found these people. It was somewhere in Asia, and I start to have some good contact, and they accept the project to start a new project for new skate.
Cool.
And so on the beginning, I was not really interested to make business or anything.
Yeah.
I was just skating, and I want to skate, and no business. Okay, I will try to help you to find someone to sell the skate in France or in Europe, but myself, I say no. Why? I don't have so much money. I just win some contests. I keep some money from my prize money that I win in competitions. So I was doing skate cross also. So in skate cross, I got some good results, and I could get some good money out of it. Not very big, but small money. And then I was talking to different people. Nobody was really interested, and nobody understood that. Okay, this would be a good skate. There's a good project to improve, and nobody was really understanding this. And so I said, okay, so nobody wants to do, I do it.
Awesome.
So all the money I had on my account, I invest in just buying the skates that I made with this manufacturer.
And was this already the FR skate?
So this one was the Seba High.
The Seba High.
So I started with
What year
the
was
Seba
that?
High. It was in 2004. We started 2004, and then the first skate came out in 2005.
Mm.
So all the development started from 2004. 2004, then there was many different samples. I started with a boot, like looking like not a skate, just like a handmade plastic boot. Even it's like wood. It was looking like wood, like a piece of.
Do you have pictures of that?
I still have the skate.
Okay.
The skate in my warehouse, so I keep it. I kept it.
Yeah.
So I came out with many ideas on it because the market was not proposing anything new. So the ideas was because all the boots were too soft under it.
Yeah.
So you put aluminium frame on it. After 2 months of slalom skating, it's soft, and the frame was like that. So we were all at this time putting some metal plates under our boots, and so
in the shell underneath the liner.
Between the frame and the shell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were cutting we were going to the metal shop and doing our own metal plates to put in between because the shells were too soft.
Wow.
And so when we talked I was talking to the brand, it's too soft, it doesn't work, and they say, oh, they don't care. And so finally, the first thing I did was that I imagined that the plate, to integrate the plate inside the boot, and to mount directly the frames in that metal plates. So you don't have inserts that is moving, that's so on. So then this was the first idea that I really pushed to happen. Nobody was thinking about it at this time, and so I decided to integrate the plates in the boot. Some people are, no, it's impossible, but it's always like it's impossible, but no, it's possible. So we tried, and finally it worked, and it was really, the difference was huge. So I was so happy about the skate, and then also the idea was the hard shell was not so nice at the moment. So I wanted a shell that is a mix between a soft boot, there were soft boots, and the hard boots, and I wanted a mix between both because I was using for freestyle. I needed some flexibility, and for speed slalom and so on, or downhill, I needed something strong. Yeah. So I wanted a mix. I wanted one boot to do everything, and so this was the answer. Yeah. So I used this new shell. It was mixed between a hard shell and put a cover on it, like looking more like shoes and so on. And then the skate was born. And then there was some new ideas with the curve can be high or lower. So the curve button, that's the one turning.
Yeah.
So there was some people help us to invent. There was someone invent this, not me, but it was not working.
Yeah.
So I changed the concept because there was something not working. It was turning around and it was not stable. So I made some small change to make it work in the development, and then it was working. Then after from this point. So in my input, I put this in the feature, so we can do downhill with higher curve and freestyle with a lower curve.
But so this is the FR skate, right?
And this is the Seba High.
This is still the Seba High.
It's still the Seba High. This is the first the first skate that we did. It was the Seba High.
And from what time period to what time period was the Seba High? And when did you start development? And how did you do the development of the FR?
So actually it was at the same time, because the first skate that we start to work on was the FR.
Okay.
But then for me the most it was so hard shell that it was already existing. You know what I mean? So for me the most important was to have something new that nobody did before. And so this skate Seba High was the one that was the most new at the moment at this time. And then the same year we started in 2005 with the Seba High, and the beginning of 2006 we got the FR. So with the same feature of the plate, and this FR was also a mix of a hard boot with a cuff and more more close to the foot and more precise than what was done at that time, and more lighter and with a good liner and everything. So the main skate was the Seba High, and then the FR was the second skate that came out, and we decided we were looking for a name with my business partner, and then we said, okay, what's the right name? Okay, FR. We were French, and French and free ride. Actually, we were saying because we wanted freestyle, but also free ride, and free ride for us was something important because this was kind of a name that we found there. Free ride, it's FR, free ride, for free ride. And then it was many other meanings, funny, and we were talking, but then okay, we call it like this.
That's great. And then you did the Seba High and the FR for a while. You got into aggressive skating, and then
a long time later.
Yeah, a long time later. Yeah, because I don't want to talk about Seba for too long, because this is about FR, of course. So let's pick up on the FR skate that you just talked about, and maybe in the best way you can without making anybody bad, explain to the people, because there's a lot of questions about this, about the transition from FR from being a skate to being its own independent company.
Yeah, so we developed FR also a lot, because the FR was the FR skates. The Seba High was a very specific skate for specific people. So it was very let's say more expensive and so on. And FR was more simple with hard boot and so on. So it was a little bit less expensive, but it's a very good skate. So we start to sell more FR skates also. Then it was a good seller. Yeah, so actually I had at this time after I had a business partner from the very beginning in Asia, and he got sick and he died suddenly in 2013. And so at this point we start to have some issues with the trademarks, because there was some contract and something, it's like business life like that. And so at this time there was some unsure stuff, so we had to split. We got FR on one side that we developed with my business partner from France, Greg, from the beginning, the logo, everything, all the name and everything. And on the other side we got the Seba, all the Seba stuff that we developed with the other Seba partners. And so we decided to split, because to secure of course all what we did from all this time, because it was an unsure situation. So at this time you just decide, okay, what should we do? Okay, we go onto FR brand, and because you're not sure how long this issue would you don't know where it's going and how long it will take to fix it. So we decided to continue our development. We still have a lot of ideas, a lot of things to do. So we didn't want to just stop and wait. So we had to continue our ideas, our developments and everything. So we decided to do under FR brand. So that's why we decided to separate everything, or actually be part of our business into this, waiting for all the situation to be solved. And so after end of 2017, beginning of 2018, we solved the situation, so everything was back again with Seba, but we started already 2 years before with FR, so we decided to keep this. Yeah. So now it's still the same. We are with Greg together on FR, and we have other business partner for Seba, so it's kind of a good. Now we are happy with the situation. It's two brands, different stuff, a different development, different partners, so it's everything. It's fine and it's going up again and good. So we are happy because FR we got our new development, new ideas, new skates, and on Seba as well we started recently to have the development already 1.5 years ago. So we are going to have the new skates soon and so on. And
are you still doing product development for Seba as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Seba I started from a long time, so the Seba High and so on is a kind of my baby skate too. So I want to keep continuing to promote the brand and so on. And on this other side, we have also other projects that we are also independent on the development and so on. So it's also a good opportunity for us to do what we feel that we need to for the market and for the skaters.
Cool. Marketing-wise, it's a challenge for you to differentiate the FR brand from the Seba brand. And how is that gonna go in the future? Like, what are your visions, and how will you separate those brands?
Yeah, so in the beginning, of course, because we have some similar products on the beginning, so the FR skates, especially, there was still some stock. So at the same time, we have the new FR brand skates and the Seba FR skates. So at the same time on the market, so sometimes it's difficult for people to understand. But the old skates, 2016 skates, now are starting to be sold out or so on. So it's now it's mostly only FR brand on this kind of skates, and then step by step we differentiate with all the different the products are different. So we have a high-end freestyle carbon skates. We have the FR skates that are the main ones, and all the Seba High and the trick skates and all some GT so on keep under Seba brand because it's really belong to the Seba development, and so we clearly separate the two different universe. So it's different skates, different products. It's sometimes a bit same kind of practice, but they are different products. Seba High is really a unique skate, very different than other stuff, and FR is really nothing to do with it. So there is now the designs are different from one brand to another one, and so for marketing we also have different team members, different So we promote both independently, more or less, and it's quite step by step. Of course, it will still take time for people to clearly understand separate that is two different brands, but it's going on the way. And now the FR skate is really already established brand and recognized by most of people, so we're quite happy about the results of
and the brand image of both brands. Do you think that they will because let's say brand image like Razors is like really people still think it's as a hip hop brand. This is a brand image. How do you think people will look at FR as a brand image wise? What would you like to see as maybe like an associative culture around it, or what's kind of like?
Yeah, for us, we always have been myself and Greg, and I've always been an all-around skater. So my philosophy is not to, we make skates that are really reliable, that you can do anything you want with it. So if today you want to do freestyle or free ride or slalom or downhill, you can use our skates, stiff skates, comfortable at the same time, and very. You are not limited. Our philosophy is that you are not limited by your skates. So you always have a skate that can fit your expectation, and then if you are a beginner, okay, we have the skate that you can use for 5-10 years. You still can do more than what your level was. So you always can go on, and if you want to do more, you can have the carbon skates and so on. So it's and then on my side, I want to do really skates that are efficient, and I like all kind of skating. So, but mostly the brand image is more based on the free skating, free ride, freestyle, and this kind of stuff around, because it was my main specialty. But then I was also downhill skater and so on. So we have also downhill frames, and we're developing stuff for downhill and aggressive skates. That I've never been a very good aggressive skater, but I have Bruno is. But we have also I have the basic skills, let's say, and then this is on the Seba side. We work with CJ and with this very
we're talking about Seba now.
aggressive
I'm
skater.
talking about FR. We'll focus on FR. This video is gonna take me a while to finish.
Yeah.
So we can talk about the UFR in this, because I can promise you I'm not gonna release it before then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit about the UFR, about the development, maybe, because I see that as like a new step for FR.
Yeah. So we're working with all kind of skaters, and in every where we're going to many events, we also spending money to create events, for skaters to join and to enjoy, and we meet always skaters from different horizons. So we for FR we work a lot with also aggressive skaters that like to play freeride skating and to go in the city with bigger wheels, and so we were giving some skates and helping some aggressive skaters as well, that when they want to use a reliable skate and good skate out of aggressive skating, just use our skates, and then talking with them, and also we hire in the team some guys that are really into aggressive skating or street or park skating, so on. And so then they say, okay, yes, we should have a sole plate on the FR boots, because they are so good for freeride, and I feel that they will be so good for parks or for street. Okay, so some guys in our company just make some prototypes by themselves using one plate in the market and put it under the boots. So there was Anthony back in the days, and Bruno at the same time had decided to put the sole plate under the FR boot. And then for us, this was already a few years ago, but then we had to, with what happened, we had to wait some time to be able to develop this and so on. So, but it was always back in the how to say, yeah, we wanted to do it at some date. So then it came to a point that, okay, we can finish it now. We are FR Skates is here. The brand is going good. So we though can jump into this field of skating that we really like. That you want to do free skate, then you just put the sole plate on it, and you can do.
Yeah. So now you made.
So we made the sole plate. So we have we changed a bit the boots to have a UFS mounting system. So we can put our UFS frame, UFS sole plate, and then just you can put any frame, UFS frame under it, and that's it.
Awesome.
So the sole plate now is ready. So it will come out very soon, and then hopefully it will be a nice nice skate. Everybody that's testing it, so testing is tested already by very good skaters, like Anthony Potier that has his pro model under, and we have the French very good skater from Paris that also testing the plates and the boot to make sure that everything is strong and reliable and nice. And so we are quite happy with the results.
So that's it. That was my interview with Sebastian. I want to do more of these interviews in the future, so I'm trying to hook up and connect with all the brand owners out there. If you want to see more interviews like this, subscribe to the channel because there's gonna be more. And also on our YouTube channel you can find a lot more different series, like we have an explanation series where I explain everything there is to know about like all the little parts and functions of a skate. But we also have skate lessons on our YouTube. So if you want to become a better skater, you can also check that out. If you like the videos, of course, give a thumbs up, drop a comment if you have any questions, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.